On the show this week, Keith and Dom are back and we have a look at their Superstar base. Find out what you'll need to build it and how to make it yourself in today's episode. Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. And we have two reprobates that are back here on BMTV. We've got Keith and Dom.
Yay!
Hello.
Help
again.
Help. They haven't let us out yet.
How's it going? How's life?
It's actually really good. It's been great fun spending time here at BMTV. Finally getting allowed to be here.
Yeah. I've got a gift for you, right? I've been hiding this.
Really?
I just wanted to say thank you to both of you.
Oh, thank you.
For coming.
I'll take good care of this because I'm known for nothing.
I'll take it back. I'll take it back. I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Greg's realising that he's not getting his gift back. That was a mistake.
Anyway, hello, welcome back. People have no idea what we're talking about or what that was about, but anyway, it does not matter.
Guess in the comments.
What are we doing? What are we doing? We've got to crack on because we're running short of time.
Okay, well, let's get. Shall we get some quick and easy designs?
Let's do some quick and easy. That's perfect.
So we've got our Superstar design.
Air-filled. It's a little bit different because we want to offer our customers something a little bit different. Numbers are great for us.
Yes.
However, helium, as we all know, is a challenging commodity to get now as well. So we want to add value, but keep our price point good for our customers and good for us.
And we're going to mix up the base a little bit because normally, you'll see your 8 balloon.
Yeah, you're 4 and 4.
Yeah, you're 4 and 4. And we wanted to make it a little bit different. Again, we're going to make it be different from our competitors and a little bit different for our customers that have been with us for quite some time.
That's
so we're
right.
going to do our Superstar base in 2 different sizes.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with our 12-inch QuickLinks, and these ones are the rose gold, and we want 5 of these. These will be inflated into a chain, so we're going to have 5 balloons in a chain, and they're going to be inflated to approximately 9 inches. So we're going to be using the premium twin air sizer 2. So this one's set on your machine to about 3.4. We know it's your machine because it says Balloon
Markets.
It does indeed.
Yeah, that's because we knew you were coming.
Yeah, we tried to take it off.
What are you trying to say?
But they stuck it on really well.
Didn't steam off.
2 balloons at the same time. So we've got the 2 inflated balloons neck to neck and tie.
I'll hold them for you.
Fantastic, thank you.
With my patented balloon holder.
Ah.
I have and then I'm going to tie these into a chain of 4. So this one's tip to tip.
Yep.
And then we're going to add 1 more. And then we'll take that chain and we'll actually tie it together, tip to tip, and turn it into a ring of QuickLinks.
Why is it called Superstar when it's...
You will see.
Okay.
Because it had a ring to it.
Oh. I don't know. Yeah.
Smile at the camera.
That was quick.
I really don't know how to take it. I don't know how to take it. It's been a long day already. Got 2 more shows
Only
to
been
do.
half an hour.
So you've had a long day.
We're now going to drop down the size to about 7 inches.
Okay.
So in your machine, for now, it's 1.4. So 12-inch QuickLinks again, but these are sized to about 7 inches.
Yeah.
For me? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I didn't bring you anything.
A cookie jar.
And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a cluster of 5. So the easiest way to do it is make a 3 and a 2. Tie this. And then we shall turn this into a 5 balloon cluster, which is where our star comes from.
Okay.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Now he understands. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put these together. Now we could tie these on there, but we like to make things as easy as possible. So for this one, we're going to use some 5-inch pearl white, size to 3 strokes on the hand pump, which is it's about 4.5 inches.
Yeah.
We say about 4.5 inches because you can use the sizing box and do 4.5 inches exactly, or you can do an appropriate size on the twin air sizer, or you can do about 3 strokes on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly that.
Okay.
It just wants to be consistent on the designs that you're doing.
Okay.
So you want a single?
This one's actually going to be the double. So So these ones are going to be tied together as duplets.
I see the direction you're going.
Yes. And then I'm going to tie a duplet to the end of each one of these.
So you're doing those duplets really tight, as
Yeah.
tight
Yeah.
as you can. Okay.
Because the whole thing is air-filled, so especially when you're working with air-filled designs, your knots need to be really tight.
Okay.
Because that's the structure as it comes together. So the tighter they are, the longer it'll last. So as it starts to go down over time, that latex and the tightness of your knots is what holds it together. It makes your designs last longer.
So what's the biggest thing you've ever built?
The biggest thing we did recently, well, a little bit ago now, I suppose, the Jubilee, the coronation, sorry, we did a massive flag.
Okay.
So a Union Jack flag for a chain of bingo stores for an event that they did. That was big. We were part of the
Balloon Wonderland.
in
build.
Florida.
We've been around balloons for a long, long time, but we've never seen something on the scale of this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, which was ridiculous.
That was massive.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, we started off, and the wall that we did as our backdrop was the biggest bit of decor in the room. And then after day one, it started to get hidden. Day two, we were sort of almost lost. Day three, we were gone. There was 2 walls that had
Yeah,
been
it
built
was
around us.
embarrassing. Our big wall that we had, it was just
Gone.
just gone. It was
Oh my God.
Right,
was,
so
Very, very interesting.
we have a duplet on the end of each one of these,
Yep.
and then what we're going to do is use that duplet to pull through, just pull it through and lock it.
Okay.
Okay, that's dead easy, right?
That is.
A 3-year-old could do this with 20 years of practice.
Yeah, indeed.
It's the Lego of the balloon world.
So just pulling it together all the way around.
So why is it you said you do this rather than just tie them on?
It's actually better for the balloons.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you tie in neck to neck on there, it's under the tension. Whereas this, I've tied them, although it's tied tight together, it's not trying to pull itself apart at that point, so it's easier to get the knot tighter.
I see.
Good question, though.
Thank you.
You're more consistent with the connections all the way around as well.
Yeah.
So and it's easier to do, which is fundamentally what we prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then what I'm doing now is just pulling these up so that we have our star base, as you'll probably see on the top-down camera, but from the front camera you get it there as well, which is why we call it our superstar base.
Superstar.
Very good.
Yeah, it's nice design by itself, right?
That is. That's really good.
And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to add some extra 5-inch on top of here.
This is something else I've never seen.
No?
This is great.
Yeah, it's
Original content.
well.
You should check
thank
out
you.
BMTV. Some great videos there. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
have heard that. I have heard that. Similar to Q Corner, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We are going to be doing the big hoop designs, and we would also like to explain the shape of a hoop,
Yeah.
but it's pointless.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
What are you up to, subscribers-wise?
31,000.
31,000.
Yeah, so not quite BMTV standards, but we're all right.
Oh, you do it.
Plugging away.
We're plugging away.
So we're going to do a cluster of 5 again with the 5-inch rows because we want it to fit into the spaces there. So again, as Keith did with the QuickLinks, we've got a 2 and a single. I'm going to bring them together. So we've got a cluster of 3, then a cluster of 2, and then bring those together, give us that 5 balloon cluster to sit in the middle.
And all we're doing for that is we're going to take the neck from our cluster of the QuickLinks and wrap that into there.
Yeah.
So again, you've got this going on like that, which is cute, right? And
That is very nice,
It's
yeah.
a nice broad base as well.
Yeah.
We're going to add in our number necks as well. So I'm going to use a 260Q, just holding it at the sealed end, stretch out all of
Yeah.
the air and tie that off. I'm sure we've seen this 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
But it's so important to do that because if you tie it with some air and it's hard, it gets in the way and little bubbles will
Yeah.
pop and then
Yeah.
it's just frustrating. So
Absolutely.
Then we've
do
got
that.
this on a rose gold number 5, and we're going to tie this in.
So how big was your wall in feet or meters?
It was 5 meters wide or something like that. It was. We originally were going to do it. They wanted to do it on the stage, and we said no because the stage was big, but didn't have the height. It was
Yeah,
wide,
yeah.
but it would look out of scale. So we asked if the stage was actually being used for anything, and they said no. So we asked if we could stand it in front of there. So it's this massive bingo hall as well, right? And it just took up that entire thing. So
Yeah.
you've got all these people that were just taking selfies and jumps and things like that in front of
Yeah.
it and everything. So we got fantastic feedback from the client, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything that creates something that's interactive and generates people to take a photo in front of it is great because it's self-advertising for them.
Yeah,
so when they see
absolutely.
that happening, it's a win for them. It justifies the cost straight away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we love that.
Yeah, so I've just used my 260Q to pull that in. So again, it's all in air inflated. It's there's no helium involved in it. Sometimes if it doesn't pull itself in as tight as you would like it to do, we can make some amendments. And the easiest way to do that is by adding a strap. So I'm going to take 260Q in white for this particular one. And I'm going to pull it down the neck a little bit, inflate. And the reason that I pulled it down the neck is that gives me all this extra stretch. Okay, so that's why we do it. And then what I can do is I can take this from the front onto here. And I'm going to measure it across to go to the back. Looks like I haven't done it long enough. So instead of, well, that's the clever thing. Instead of starting again, what we'll do is we'll just nip the tip off of this, and we'll actually just inflate from the other end.
You'd think you'd done that before.
Yeah, indeed. How clever.
Once or 7 times. So, and then we'll just tie that back off again. So now I have plenty, so we can go across here, and I measure it to the back, twist that, let the air out, and I've twisted it so that it doesn't split down. Let the air out, tie off.
It's a great excuse to add some accent colours,
Yeah.
little details. You can do it with straps, or you can do some little bubbles around it as well.
I've never really thought that's why people do it. I've thought it just makes it look nicer.
Decoration. It's.
I didn't realise it was structural as well.
Yeah.
We used to do it a lot with our joint number designs where we'd have 2 numbers onto a base.
Yeah.
Because as much as you'd love a customer to pick it up from the base, which is the best place, they'll pick it up from the top.
Yeah.
So then it really stresses that connection. So by having that extra band on it, it just makes it indestructible for a customer to take away.
It also means as well as with this is that lift this up slightly and turn it into position and let it back down again. And it allows us to hold that up nicely. So that's a number version. So it's great because it adds all this extra base on to that and all that extra added value. Simple techniques, inexpensive product, increases perceived value.
Yeah. It really is all about the base.
It is about the base.
No trouble.
But what we're going to do is we're going to change this up because this is for obviously it's a number design in rose gold. So I better put it over the other side, I think.
One you prepared earlier.
We're very Blue Peter. On a serious note though, this is how we do our prep for our jobs as well. So, you know, a day before, we've got a busy day coming up and ready for our collections, we can do the pre-assembly and the components are there. And it means that if we have any parts that need any attention, we can do that just before the build.
Yeah.
And it's just that final assembly process, checks everything, puts it together, and then it's ready for the customer to collect.
We just found on here that actually one of these balloons has gone down. So
what an amazing opportunity.
exactly. So because it's recipe-driven design, right? So we know that it's 7 inches, which is 1.4 on there. We can inflate another quick link. I can put this part out.
I lost the cat.
That's all that. And I'm just going to trim that out of there. And then we can tie this back into the middle. Make sure it's wrapped in nice and tight. Taking another neck, tie that off. And then do the same thing with our 5-inch, because these ones are only single 5-inch that are on there. And then what we'll do is we'll start with our ring of 5, and we're going to use orange and yellow, and I'm going to put them all the same way. So orange at the top, yellow at the bottom.
Done it the wrong way around. Put orange at the. Oh no. You see?
Okay, excellent. And then what I'm going to do is with my single 5-inch, I'm just going to bring this through to the back, and then switch those 2 positions so it locks the whole thing in. Yellow at the top, orange at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just locking the whole thing. And then it's really easy if you do it this way, because when you lock it, you can see it's locked because the colourway is the same.
Mine wasn't.
You go for it. Go for it.
I was trying a new way.
So who's faster at doing this sort of stuff?
Well, it depends who's talking the most.
He's not wrong.
No, we're not easy distracted, Greg, at all.
So if you have got a big job on and you are
Yeah.
preparing a whole bunch of stuff like this, and you've got your heads down,
Yeah.
is one of you better? You know, what skills do you have?
So what generally happens is, like, say for instance, if you're doing garland, right? Lots of people understand making long bits of garland. It's very important to get the consistency on the tie-in and everything. So whoever steps in to start adding the balloons to the garland will continue for the whole piece,
Okay.
yeah? And then we'll get people to feed to that person. And it means you get that consistency because they know how much pressure they're putting on,
Yeah.
where at all possible.
We break jobs down a lot. We'll break the processes down, whether
Yeah.
it's...
From our background in engineering,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
very production line.
You talked about that when we had the sofa chat.
Yeah.
And the process side of things is something that really appeals to me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love to make something a process because it makes it formulaic. You can teach it to other people.
Exactly. And also with anything that you come to, there will be a difference of opinion of how you can approach it. And we'll have a quick conversation about it and we'll make a decision at that point. And whether it was mine or Keith's or someone in the business that's come up with that idea, once we've made that decision, this is what we're doing, we'll run with it because we don't need to change that throughout. And whether it was my decision or Keith's, we'll get behind that and then it's done.
Yeah.
And then we'll break that down. So any given job, we'll normally have one of us, and it's any given day could be a different person, and they'll take lead and they're kind of project manager, if you like, on site. And then different people are doing different parts of the process because you don't need too many cooks. We're very good at changing roles, but we don't want to conflict on that.
Often we'll go back afterwards and we'll break the job down and go, how could we improve what we did? How can we make it faster, more profitable, whatever? But we'll not really do that on site.
Okay.
Because obviously, especially when you've got clients and things, and we do deal with corporate clients a little bit, you don't want to see that kind of thing going on as well. It just needs to be everybody moving in the same direction to that end. If you need to have a discussion about how we could have done things better, we do that on our own
afterwards,
time. Not their time.
We'll tend to just go, remind me to talk to you about the QuickLinks, or remind me to talk to you about this. It's just a kind of a placeholder to go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can have a conversation about it and go, well, actually, I was sort of waiting around a lot for that part of the process, and we could maybe do that better next time. And we just evolve that and just try and improve each time. Not have that debate on site because that's just going to slow you down even more.
Absolutely.
We just want to get done and off site because on site is the challenge because you've got people there who ask questions, are interested in what you're doing, and whatever speed you think you're going to be slower.
Because you can't control that environment because it's not ours. Where we can control what's going on in our own workshop. So we've got the dump truck. And we've got our stretchy connection point on there with the 260Q, which is just getting pulled straight into the middle of our 5-event cluster. And he can sit into there.
These designs are great as well, perfect for personalisation. So it's a great upgrade that you can then add to it. It's sort of an upsell opportunity and the like. This one has an advantage and disadvantage, if you like. It's lowered down, so it's a shorter style of design, which does suit some people. However, if we want to create a little bit more height, then we can add our coordinating design. So for this particular one, we've got the 18-inch Happy Birthday that coordinates perfectly with it. So we can add this into this design.
So we're going to use the ease on the drive. We're going to add some glue dashes.
You glue?
Here.
Other brands are available.
It's funny. So just a couple of them onto there, and I need to just stick that a little bit harder. With all adhesives, the longer that you leave them on, the longer that you leave them on, the stronger the adhesion is. So if you can, just put them on there and leave them for a little bit.
Put one on the tab on the back of this one as well.
Go for it.
I mean, that's definitely overkill. I think a balloon sticky dot would have done that one just nicely.
Yeah, and then from there, we're going to put this onto here and just give that connection. So it just adds it to our dumper truck, and it really adds the birthday.
It's just so much better than just helium filled on a ribbon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, no
I mean,
joke.
a really good example, I talked about this recently on a fundamentals course for you, just yesterday, in fact, about the fact that removing the cost of helium there's enough money in that to pay for all of this added product.
Yeah, yeah.
Yet we can charge a lot more for this because it's got
So
a much
much more
higher
perceived value.
Yeah.
the value to the customer and to yourself. It makes sense that
Yeah.
it's more money, yet it doesn't cost us necessarily anything more to make.
Absolutely.
So for us, it's an absolute winner, and we can prep them earlier because
Yeah.
it's all air filled.
filled, yeah.
So we've got one more design that we want to show you of using the Superstar base.
Okay.
However, what it is that instead of using 12-inch QuickLinks, we're using 6-inch QuickLinks.
Okay.
But we're using the same process. So I have my 5 QuickLink star, and we've got our clusters of 2 in this case. I'll just go through that sizing on there, will you please, Dom?
Yes, from there, you want that
Yeah.
one.
So it was just to remind me on this one. So it is 4.5 inches for these ones, and it's 4 inches for these ones. These ones are about 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
And then we'll take the neck, we'll tie them onto the ends, like so.
It's the same build, just scaled down.
Yeah.
And this allows us to work with bubbles, because you can put a bubble onto this sort of size,
Okay.
and all the way down to for what we're going to do on this one, which is an 18-inch foil.
Yeah.
This is driven by a customer request. They loved the original one, but it was just too big for where they were taking it.
Yeah.
Can you do it smaller? Well, yes, we can. Yeah, we can do the same technique. We can scale it down from the 12-inch to the 6-inch and just scale everything accordingly.
Like you say though, it's the same added value.
Yes.
It's the work that's gone into it. It seems more impactful than just on
you
a
know,
ribbon.
from a single helium-filled 18-inch foil sail, we can now convert that into something like this, which looks better, lasts longer, and we can add more value to it. More opportunities for colour coordination. If a customer's got a specific request, we can normally accommodate it. We've done personalised ones of these as well, so it's actually for a business.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with the colours of the balloon, it's all to do with the company logos. So we can bring in all the colours that they have in their branding and add it into the base. So
Oh, fantastic,
loads
yeah.
of options.
So again, it's our little Superstar base. And for that, what we're going to do is we can have it for a baby boy.
Yeah.
And we've taken colours that appear on here and we've added them into there to tie the design more together. And we'll just pull our 18-inch balloon into that cluster of 5 into the middle. And then it becomes
Love it.
so much more than just the standard, what we would call the mini base, which again is like the 8 balloon.
Yeah,
We use
yeah.
a 5-inch.
And we still sell those. As we've got price points now in that same sort of style. And we also have a nice pretty pink version.
Oh, lovely.
Nice ballerina happy birthday. So oodles of options now because of all the different 18-inch foils we have in our range, plus the coordinated super shapes that go with them. We've got options now, so we can do a birthday party as a small package using this sort of style. So
Fantastic.
customers are liking them.
Love it.
Quick
Love it.
and easy and sellable.
So, do you find that in your shop, if you have a few of these on show, this is what you sell? Is that the case?
You sell what you show is
Yeah.
the standard thing. So what we do at times, which is we actually put some of these, we get staff to practice making these, put them on display, but put a sold notice on.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that if it's out there as a display, somebody will go over to it or not go over to it because they think that you're going to try and do a hard sell or something. If it's already got a sold notice on it, there's no pressure, right? So then they can come over
psychological-
and then they can just ask a question
That's
if they want
really
to.
nice.
But
I like
also,
that.
it has buy-in because if somebody else has bought it, it validates
Exactly,
that
yeah.
the value was correct and it's
Yeah.
okay. Now, sometimes they go, well, I want to take it away now. It's all right, we can actually let this one go because they're a good customer of ours. They're regular and we know when they're coming to pick it up. So we can let you take this one and we'll do them another one now. Oh, brilliant, thanks very much.
Brilliant.
Out you go.
Yeah,
Love it.
And it is because the thing is that it's kind of sold already because we sell a lot of them. You know,
I just
they
like
do
the
sell
fact
themselves.
you're saying it makes them
Psychological.
Yeah, more
It
comfortable.
breaks down them
So,
boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they don't, and obviously you're never going to approach them about it at that point. If they're just looking at it or something, you wait for them to come to you on that style of
that's
sales.
great. Well, gents, thank you so much for that. Now, as guests on BMTV, I'm going to put these down. You get to ask the question of the week. Did you think of one
Question of the week.
for the BMTV Nation?
Greg, What's your favourite coloured balloon?
What's my favourite colour?
Yeah.
No, don't ask me. You got to ask them.
Oh, but they'll join in with that as well.
So, well, or the other thing as well is have a guess. You could do a guess about what was the first big thing that we ever made out of QuickLink balloons.
Oh,
That's a better one.
That's a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember?
I'm gonna
and the
get
fuss
that
that
right.
it caused.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
So I guess if people did some research, they'd probably find it.
They might be able to, but they'd have to be super good. I'll give you a clue. It was a cartoon character.
It
All
was.
right. What was the biggest QuickLink design these guys did? Thank you so much to both of you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. You'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Stay happy, stay positive. See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.